views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Getting your work week started right by stretching out your vagina holes with the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com.
All right, good morning, everybody. Wake the hell up. I know you're sitting in your cubicle right now. You just got to work. You maybe punched it on the computer. Maybe you punched it on the actual time clock that some companies still have out there. And now you're just staring forward, wondering, like, what am I going to do for the first 3 hours of work? Well, this is what you're going to do for the first 3 hours of work. You're going to listen to the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I am your host, Alien Stone. We're broadcasting live directly into your vagina holes at triple redunculous speeds on Alien X Radio, Raw Talk Online, UG Media, the Lime City Radio Network, Jay Parker Radio, United Talk Radio, Sword Radio, and the Western Reserve Digital Radio. And we are in syndication and replay around the world on fantastic radio stations like 920 WON The Apple, 24.7 The Stream, 97.1 KGSB FM Get Smashed Radio, the IRN Internet Radio Network, WRFN 1025, WRPR Rat Pack Radio, United Sounds Choice Radio, Prodcore, Pure Rock, Good Talk, Mile High Radio, and K89. If I missed anybody, sorry. Send me an email, and I'll remember, and I'll type it on there, and then I won't forget. Which, by the way, I just love to. I haven't said this tagline in a while, so I want to. We're on 920 WON The Apple in New York City, New York, right? It's in New York, right? Well, you know how in New York they're always saying, forget about it. Forget about it. Well, I don't want you to forget about it at 9 a.m. Eastern here on this station, and especially Sundays. We got Inside the Mothership. Remember about it. Don't forget about it. Remember about it. Check 920 WON The Apple. Check their times and listings to see when you can catch Inside the Mothership and the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Anyway, folks, the show today is going to be filled with a bunch of nonsense, as it always is. Perhaps maybe Sir Martin of Mad will be calling in at some point. Who knows? I am currently typing up maybe to be able to do another episode of Who Wants to Be a Smartass. I've got the classic episode of Just a Few Questions that I aired last week in a best of episode, which I wasn't here to listen to, so I'm going to play that again this week. And the brand new episode of Just a Few Questions from Inside the Mothership yesterday called Go Fly a Kite. That's interesting. Okay, that's right. I'm taking now the most mundane and normal things and turning them into ridiculous skits here on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Let's go ahead and get things started like we always do.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
Let's take a look at this day in history.
March 8th, 1965. America deepens its military involvement in Southeast Asia as the first U.S. combat troops land in South Vietnam. 3,500 Marines arrive to defend the U.S. Air Base in Da Nang. Associated Press photographer Eddie Adams is there.
Their morale is high. They are dedicated. They have to help the Vietnamese civilians find a better way of life.
The Vietnam War eventually divides the United States and ends a decade later when Vietnam is reunified under communist rule. 1917, start of the Russian Revolution. Rioting and strikes against the Russian Empire break out in the city now known as St. Petersburg. By year's end, Vladimir Lenin and his Bolsheviks seized power. They later formed the Soviet Union, the world's first communist state. 1854, U.S. Commodore Matthew Perry makes his second landing in Japan. Within a month, he concludes a treaty with the Japanese. That ends Japan's more than 2 centuries of isolation from the West. And in 1999, Baseball Hall of Famer Joe DiMaggio of the New York Yankees dies of cancer in Hollywood, Florida. He was 84. Today in history, March 8th. Sandy Kozel, The Associated Press.
Alrighty, folks. It is time now to put some music into your Vajir holes, and I am happy, very happy to say that there has been a bunch of new submissions to the radio station over the course of the last week and a half, and we are going to be bringing you quite a few of those today. Now, I got wow, this has never happened. Okay, well, let me take that back. It has happened. Okay, I have received a long time ago a submission from a band, and the song was a remake of a Johnny Cash song. And the remake was awesome. Okay, it was awesome. I still play it to this day. Okay, it was Folsom Prison Blues. Okay, it was a great remake. Why is the band Downfall 2012 or something like that, I think was the name of the band. Anyway, so today I open up my inbox and I have another band that has submitted a remake. But then I open up the next one and it's another band that submitted another remake. And they were both pretty damn good because they, in my opinion, see, you got covers and you got remakes. You know what I mean? If you don't know the difference, then you apparently just don't know the difference. Okay, a cover is what you hear whatever band play at whatever bar, and it sounds as close to the original as possible. And then you've got remakes where bands take a song and they revision it and make it their own. Yes, it's the same song, but in a completely different way with a different flavor and a different spice to it. So I'm going to hit you up with both of these tracks right now, and you tell me what you think of these. And I honestly, you know, if you don't like them, I don't know what to tell you. But I want to know what you think of these, because I'm a big fan of really good remakes. You know, The Sound of Silence by Disturbed is one of the best remakes I've ever heard. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. And there's so many really, really good remakes out there. And now I've just got a couple new ones here, and I'm pretty happy to get these. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tell you the name of the two songs. Actually, no, I'm not going to tell you these songs. I'm going to tell you the name of the artists. You know these songs. Trust me, you know these songs. These songs are actually older than half the people listening right now. Okay? They're remakes made recently, but the songs have been around forever. So the two bands that submitted music today is Trope, is the second band I'll be playing. But I'm starting you off right now with a really interesting remake from the 80s. This band is called Divinity Rise. Divinity Rise, featuring Daniel Byron. Wow, I got that right. Divinity Rise featuring Daniel Byron, and this is a freaking awesome track. Check it out. It's the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
She was more like a beauty queen from a movie scene. I said, don't mind, what do you mean? I am the one who will dance on the floor and around. She said, I am the one who will dance on the floor and around. She told me her name was Billie Jean. She caused a scene, and every head turned, her eyes a dream to be the one who will dance on the floor and around. People always told me, careful what you do. 40 days and for 40 nights, love was on her side. Who can stand when she's in demand? Scream and fight. 'Cause we danced on the floor in the round. So take my strong advice. Remember to always think twice. Ooh, she told my baby we danced till 3. She talked to me, showed a photo. My baby cried. His eyes were last night. 'Cause we danced on the floor in the round. People always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around bringing young girls' hearts. You came and stood right by me, smelling sweet perfume. This happened much too soon. She got me to her round. Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl who claims that I am the one. But the cat is not my son. She says I am the one. But the cat is not my son. Not my son. Billie Jean is not the lover. She's just a girl who believes that I am the one. But the cat is not my son. She says
In violent times, you shouldn't have to sell your soul. In black and white, they really ought to know. Those one-track minds that took you for a working boy. Kiss them goodbye. You shouldn't have to jump for joy. You shouldn't have to jump for joy. Let it all out. These are the things I can do without. Come on, I'm talking to you. Come on. They gave you life, and in return you gave them hell, as cold as ice. I hope we live to tell the tale. I hope we live to tell the tale. Let it all out. These are the things I can do without. Come on, I'm talking to you. Come on, shout. I'm talking to you. Shout. I'm talking to you. Shout. I'm talking to you. talking you shout. I'm talking you shout. I'm talking you come on.
All right, that was Trope and Shout. Great remake, man. I like that little breakdown in the middle, too, man. That really got me bouncing in the seat, man. That was pretty awesome. Man, I dig it when people take a tune and they put their own spin on it and they rock it out, man. But you know what I like even more than that? I like it when a local band melts my face off with a song that I've been jamming to for years now, but never had an album version of, only recorded live in the studio here at station and live on stage elsewhere. But all of a sudden I get a random email from Concrete Freaking Angels with a studio version of The One You Hate on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
I wanna be the one you hate. I wanna show you your mistakes and be the one that's just your fate. I wanna be the one you hate. I wanna be the one you hate. I wanna be the one to break. Just simple-minded is to blame. I wanna be the one you hate. This hate is underground. Your soul cannot be found. There's nothing left for me. They say there's nothing left for me. This hate is underground. Your soul cannot be found. There's nothing left for me. They say there's nothing left for me. I wanna be the one you hate. Make you see you're gonna waste. nothing left for me. They say there's nothing left for me. This hate is underground. Your soul cannot be found. There's nothing left for me. They say there's nothing left for me.
Resistance is futile. Probing is not allowed. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. That's 313-444-8919. Or hang out in the chat room at alienxradio.com. You have been beamed aboard and you are now inside the mothership with Alien Stone.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
Shogun of Harlem.
All right, folks, it is now time for the punchlines. The problem with the punchlines is the punchlines are based on real life, and real life ain't that damn funny. That's the problem, guys. That's the problem out there. Today, I'm focusing in on, of course, the madness and the insanity that is known as COVID-19 testing. Okay? The testing. Have you been tested? Have you been tested? Do you know if you got it? Have you been tested? Have you been tested? Have you been poked? Have you been prodded? Have you been stabbed? Have you been poked? Have you been stabbed? Have you been tested? Have you? Get off my case with this. I haven't even got the sniffles, okay? Slow down with the testing. Oh, did I just sound like somebody else that everybody got mad at? I'm sorry. Sorry. Don't get mad at me. But it's getting ridiculous, okay? It started off, they were like, to get tested for COVID-19, we have to take a 27-foot-long stick with a ball of cotton on the end. And we have to ram it up your nose into the center of your brain. We'll spiral it around, yank it out of there, put it in a plastic bag, and send it off to a forensics lab somewhere. And then someday, we'll get a return envelope saying whether or not you have COVID-19. Then somehow it got to the point where they were like, hey, you see this little shot glass? There's a little bit of fluid in here. All you got to do, and it tastes like raspberries. I don't know what it tastes like, but anyway, shoot it in your mouth, slosh it around, spit it back into the cup, put the cap on it, and we'll test it and let you know. Wow, that seems like a step in the right direction, doesn't it? Let's stop stabbing stuff into our brain. Of course, it's not really going into your brain, but either way, it goes in there quite deep, okay? I mean, it's a lot deeper than you're sticking your fingers, folks. Okay? And it went to just like mouthwash. Like rinsing after you brush your teeth. So what could be the next step, right? Go back to that 27-foot stick with the ball of cotton at the end. But now, folks, it's going in a different hole. That's right. China has decided, folks, that the best way to test for COVID is to stick that up your ass. Spiral that around, pull that out, and test what's on that. Well, let me tell you, I know what's on that. Poop and whatever I had for lunch. Even Japan has sent them a letter begging them to stop anally testing their citizens when they go to visit. Do we actually have to submit an official request not to be anally probed to visit China? I don't think there's anything in China I need to see bad enough to be put into a line walking backwards into a cotton ball stick. You know what I'm saying? I think you understand. That's been the punchlines. And now it is time to take a short break, pause in the action for station identification, and of course, the weekly sports update brought to you by The Prospect here on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Go nowhere.
Broadcasting directly into your brain.
And now your weekly sports update with The Prospect.
Hello and welcome to the weekly sports update with The Prospect on Alien X Radio. It's no secret that this year's NCAA tournament for the men and women will be unlike any we've seen since its inception. The entire tournament can change in an instant, which will make bracket changes more complicated. Take Liberty University, for example. The Atlantic Sun School advanced to the conference finals after beating Stetson in the semis, and their opponent, North Alabama, are a team that made the transition from Division II to Division I, which makes them ineligible for the tournament for 4 years, giving the Flames an automatic bid to the dance. Another team making an automatic advancement is Drake, who is currently on the bubble like I mentioned last week. The Bulldogs are set to face Northern Iowa in the Missouri Valley Conference quarterfinal, but the game was canceled due to positive COVID-19 tests from the Panthers, giving Drake the automatic advancement into the tournament. They will face Missouri State in the semifinals. Now this is the second time a conference tournament was altered, as Holy Cross was forced to exit the Patriot League tourney, giving Loyola Maryland the advancement. As it stands, Seton Hall, St. Louis, Utah State, and Duke are the first 4 out, while Michigan State, Colorado State, Xavier, and Boise State are the last 4 in. So there's a lot of schools looking to make a huge push and have a little luck on their side to make it to the big dance. Kansas University has a huge problem on their hands in their football program. The university announced that they have placed Coach Les Miles on administrative leave following an investigation. The announcement made Friday involved incidents made when Miles was a coach at LSU back in 2013. In the report, Miles was accused of inappropriate behavior towards female students, including but not limited to kissing one of them off campus. There was also reported messages exchanged through Facebook and text message between him and the aforementioned student. According to reports made by an independent law firm, the school failed miserably in reporting the issue, resulting in athletic director Joe Oliva suggesting that Miles be terminated because of it. The 67-year-old coach is in the middle of a 5-year agreement with Kansas and was 3-18 in the 2 years since his hiring. Maybe it's time for the assistant coach to step in while the university sorts this thing out. Well, tune in next week for more sports. For Alien X Radio, I'm The Prospect. Say until next time, Prospect out.
With the weather quickly changing, it might be a good time to have your furnace or air conditioner checked out by a professional.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Oh, honey, what a wonderful surprise. A dozen roses and chocolates, a candlelit dinner, and now champagne and strawberries by the fire. You're so romantic.
What do you say we get a little closer?
That's right, Igor here with the final ingredient for love.
Igor's Lube?
Nothing gets things moving and grooving like my lube, and it prevents chafing.
Thanks, Igor.
And don't forget, Igor's Lube now comes in cherry, mint, and salmon flavor.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
Broadcasting from the dark side of the moon. Alien X Radio.
Resistance is futile. You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Here we go! Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your Vajir holes. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
The house is now on fire.
Welcome back to the attack, everybody. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Mancast from outer space. I am your host, Alien Stone. Triple redunculous speeds, if you're wondering. That's how fast we are traveling through the galaxy. We are screaming, or at least talking really loud in the back row of the movie theater, which is really pissing everybody off because it's been, like 11 months since you were allowed to go to the movies? I don't know. Anyway, we're on Alien X Radio, Raw Talk Online, UG Media, the Lime City Radio Network, Jay Parker Radio Network, United Talk Radio, Sword Radio, and the Western Reserve Digital Radio Network, and in syndication and replay around the world on stations like 97.1 KGSB FM Get Smashed Radio, the IRN Internet Radio, WRFN 1025, WRPR Rat Pack Radio, and of course 920 WON The Apple in New York City, New York. That's right, we're on in New York City. I don't know where I get this accent from. I'm not from New York, which they don't sound like that. And I'm not from Texas, where they would sound like that, making fun of New York. I'm from Detroit. That's what people say when they're from the suburbs, from around Detroit, by the way. We say we're from Detroit. I'm not from Detroit. I'm not. If you took all the times that I was actually in the city of Detroit, including when I worked there for a while, all those days added up, maybe, I don't know. I don't even know what the fraction of my life would be. Anyway, the point is, bands all the time used to say, yeah, we're coming to play Detroit. We're going to be awesome. And they'd be playing at the Palace of Auburn Hills. Do you know how long it takes to get to Auburn Hills from Detroit? You're not playing Detroit. Stop it. You want to play Detroit? Play Detroit. In the city of Detroit. It sounds weird. We're broadcasting to you live from Taylor, Michigan. Everybody's like, where's that? I don't understand where Taylor, Michigan is. Who's she? What? Right, so we say Detroit. I can't even say Ann Arbor because half the people don't know what Ann Arbor is. They're like, is that a tree thing? Yeah, kind of, but it's a city. I got a really, really good friend across the other side of the planet. He lives in a city called Coventry. I do routes delivering packages all over this area. You know how many different Coventry streets there are? 12, probably. I come across them all the time in every city. Ain't nothing special about your city, your state, it's all, the names are recycled. They're all recycled. Oh, God. I don't know. What kind of a rant did I just get on? What does this have to do with the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space? Nothing! Not a damn thing. That is the answer to that question. So what I'm going to do is I'll play some music for your Vajir holes. And what I'm doing is I am digging into the files right now from the 36 hours of Alien Xmas from just this past year. We had a lot of great bands in here doing performances. And I am pulling out right now, let's see, Triple Black is the name of this band. They played a lot of cover. They're mainly a cover band, okay? And remember I told you there's covers and then there's remakes. Okay, I played 2 remakes earlier. Well, this is a cover band, which means when they go and they book a show and you go to watch their show, you're going to be listening to every song that they play is going to be the way that you heard the song on the radio, the way the original artist did it. They I don't want to say duplicate it. Okay, because it takes an extreme amount of talent to be able to quote unquote duplicate a song that you've been hearing on the radio. So I don't want to make it sound like I'm downgrading a cover band as opposed to an originals band or a remake band. Tribute bands as well. Tribute bands pay a little more attention to the detail to get it exactly right, including wearing the cod pieces and the makeup. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm going to give you a little Triple Black right now. And one of my favorite tunes that they covered, I don't want to say it's one of my favorite that they do, but as far as a song in reality that I really like that they happen to have covered, it took a long time to get there, didn't it? It is by a band called Judas Priest. And I think this was their first track that they played, too. So, anyway, if you think this is going to become some kind of soft, family-oriented song here, you've got another thing coming.
submission. Then they'll tell you who to blame. When the rich get richer, it's when the poor die every day. With us in the middle, all we can do is pray. Rights in the preaching, the acts the people will slay. But what are they really saying? And look what they've already gained. Now heed our warning. Politics is a game. They fight for power and glory, and they should all be ashamed. Now cycles are reset. Doesn't have to be this way. 'Cause there are many here among us who don't really feel that way. The end is near. Gotta get out of their way. And don't try to argue. You'll never get your say.
some kind of reward. And I need every penny I can get to pay for my portion, my ex-wife child support. What would it do for me if I did the job for you? What would it do for me if I did the job for you?
Yeah, little Rob K and Payday 2020. That is the name of the tune. And man, it doesn't matter what project this guy is in, dude. I'm just saying, it doesn't matter. Rob, that's his solo stuff right there. So he's doing all that stuff on there. That's his solo project. He's also in the project called Arcades Project, which features my co-host, D-Unit. D-Unit is also the bass player in another project featuring Rob K called The Creeping Chaos. He's also been in the past in many other bands. Dead by Design, and I'm sure there's a host of other ones I don't even know about. I think there was one called Citizen Grin. I'm not sure if he was in that one, or if just D-Unit was in that one. I'm not. There's so many bands that and I've been in many bands as well, and many members of my bands have intermingled with many members of their bands in other projects. It's kind of crazy. Whenever you're in an area, all the bands tend to eventually know each other and intermingle at some point. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just how it tends to work out sometimes. Anyway, folks, we are almost out of time for this hour. I just wanted to spend just a few minutes going over a couple of things that we've already learned this hour. Okay, we've learned that China has decided that the best way to test for COVID-19 is no longer through a nasal swab. It's no longer through a mouthwash or a swabbing of the mouth. They wish to take a giant cotton swab and ram it up your anus is exactly what they have recommended. And as we know now going forward, I mean, anything China says we have to do because they own the electrical grid now. So pretty much if we don't follow their rules, if they want, they can just shut it off, I guess. I don't know how that works. I mean, I don't know how the law works anymore since there's so many laws that don't apply anymore. You know what I'm saying? There's, oh, no, we're not going to enforce that law. Then what? I don't get why. We can pick and choose what laws we follow and what ones we enforce? Really? Is that the way that this works now? I'm gonna make some changes in my lifestyle then. Right? And from what I understand too is like people are just being let out from prison and stuff for, and let off the hook for crimes they committed because they were upset when they committed them. I was mad when I did it. So that's like at least equal to temporary insanity? Really? Because you were upset and you broke the law, that's temporary insanity, I guess. I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyway, folks, the swab up the ass, all right? I don't understand what it is about a lung disease that is more detectable in your booty hole. I'm not a scientist. I don't claim to be a scientist. I have a basic rudimentary understanding of science. And I say basic rudimentary, I mean common sense applications, I guess. No, I do not know how to split an atom. No, I do not know how to identify what proteins in a virus is the ones that we need to combat and what we need to use to block it or to kill it. No, I don't understand that, okay? But I do understand that if I breathe out a virus and it floats through the air and you breathe it into your nose or your mouth, when you're breathing in, you're not swallowing that. You're breathing it into your lungs, which is a different system in the body. You have a circulatory system, which is your blood, Okay? You have a digestive system, which is your stomach and your intestines. But this is in the respiratory system, which is your lungs. Okay? So I understand that, yes, whatever you breathe into your lungs gets absorbed into your bloodstream, and the bloodstream transfers it all through your body, so it will end up absorbing everywhere in all the systems of your body. It just seems to me like your booty hole would be the final destination, meaning it has already passed through all of these other systems on the way. That's the exit, folks. There's no place else to go but the toilet bowl. All right? It's gone in through the nose, down the throat, into the lungs. From the lungs into the circulatory system and all the blood vessels and arteries or whatever, all over through the body. And then it is absorbed through into the muscles and into the tissue. And then finally, yes, into the intestines, where it then mixes with poop. And then it goes through to your booty hole. And now finally, after all of those missed opportunities to notice and discover and find this virus, all these opportunities and places that you could have found it and discovered it earlier. Now that it has finally been deposited into a turd, now we're going to stick it up there, pull it out, test it, and be like, yep, he's got the COVID-19 in his booty hole. All right, folks. I got to take a break. I think I had enough. We'll be back with hour number 2 of the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Go nowhere.
Oh man, this place is weird.
I like turtles.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
It's starting to get warm outside. Pretty soon my balls are going to stick to my leg. I got to get me some Freedom.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Oh, honey, what a wonderful surprise. A dozen roses and chocolates, a candlelit dinner, and now champagne and strawberries by the fire. You're so romantic.
What do you say we get a little closer?
Igor? That's right, Igor here with the final ingredient for love.
Igor's lube?
Nothing gets things moving and grooving like my lube, and it prevents chafing.
Thanks, Igor.
And don't forget, Igor's lube now comes in cherry, mint, and salmon flavor.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
I know it was just a dream. I know I didn't have an anal probe. And I know that I am not under alien control.
You're inside the mothership.
Son of a bitch.
It's the organ sale of the century. It's Dr. Jack's Organ Scratch and Bruise sale. We're overstocked, and the shelf life is about to run out.
I've over-harvested. Oh, no.
Livers, pancreas, and those hard-to-find spleens. Oh, sure, they're a little brown around the edges, but we pass the savings on to you. Dr. Jack has gone crazy. Sure, it's crazy to buy organs 2 days after they've been removed. Crazy like a fox, it's Dr. Jack's Organ Scratch and Bruise sale.
Hey, with my new kidney, I can pee like a kid again.
With my new liver, I'm drinking like a fish again.
If you're not completely satisfied, return the organ and keep the handy Carry Cool Cooler as our gift. Dr. Jack's Organ Scratch and Bruise sale. Going on now while supplies last.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos, directly into your Vajir holes, it's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. Or you can jump in the chat room at alienxradio.com.
All right, everybody, welcome. It's hour number 2 of the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I am your host, Alien Stone. We are broadcasting live and screaming directly into your Vajir holes on Alien X Radio, Raw Talk Online, UG Media, the Lime City Radio Network, J. Parker Radio, United Talk Radio, Sword Radio, and the Western Reserve Digital Radio Network. And in syndication on 920 WON The Apple, 24.7 The Stream, United Sounds Choice, Good Talk Radio, Mile High Radio, and K89, amongst many others. Welcome, welcome, welcome! Wherever it is that you are tuned, you can always give me a call at 1-313-444-8919. Again, that's 1-313-444-8919. Or Skype me at AlienStone1. That's AlienStone and the number 1. Don't spell it out. Why? Because you'd be wrong. For those of you just now tuning in, you're late! We start things at 9 a.m. Eastern. That's right, folks. If you're listening to the show right now and you just heard me tell you to call in live, trust me. If it's between 9 a.m. Eastern and 12 noon Eastern on a Monday, I'm live. You would be surprised how many times throughout the course of the week my phone starts ringing with Skype because somebody's listening to a replay on another station trying to call into the show. It's so funny. It happens all the time. During the course of the week, my phone will start ringing at Skype. I pick it up. I'm like, hello, this is Alien Stone from inside the mothership. Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. And I'm like, yeah, I want to comment on this. I'm like, okay, thank you for commenting. I just want to let you know, but it's not on the air. 9 a.m. Eastern to 12 noon Eastern on Mondays, and 12 noon Eastern to 2 p.m. Eastern on Sundays for Inside the Mothership. Bands, you want to submit your music to the station, attach an MP3. Please make sure it is an MP3, and please make sure the name of your band and the name of your song is attached in the title of that MP3. Send it to newmusic at alienxradio.com. Again, that's newmusic at alienxradio.com. It has been suggested that I change that email address to music that does not suck and is newmusic at alienxradio.com. But anyway, I'm going to leave it the way it is. That being said, I got an email with a submission today, and you know, I get submissions all the time by bands of all kinds of genres, rock and roll, country, hip-hop, techno, all kinds of music. Good music, bad music, it's whatever. I accept all the submissions. I go through it, and I find a place for it, okay? If it fits on this show, I play it on this show. If it fits in rotation on the station, I do that. Sometimes I send it off to other presenters of other shows because they might want to use it. But when I get an email, and I'm going to play this, okay? But when I get an email from somebody, and it has a song attached, they're doing everything right. They sent it to newmusic at alienxradio.com. They attached it to MP3. Where they did mess up was they did not include one or the other, the name of the song or the name of the band. All I got to go on is Iron Road. That's it. I don't know if that's the name of the song. I don't know if that's the name of the band. because I haven't even listened to it yet. That's right. We're going to do one of those random-ass plays where I haven't listened to it yet, so I don't know what I'm getting into. But this happens a lot. But what shocked me the most was the text that was in the main body of the email. It said something like, you probably don't play tracks that we submit to you anyway, but here you go. I was like, wow. So generally, I'll send back an email to most people that submitted music saying thank you for the submission. We're putting it under consideration. Or if I know for a fact I'm going to play it on a particular show or put it in rotation on the station, I'll include that information and send it back to the band. Why? Because they're giving me free music to play. I'm giving them free promotion. So we need to work together on that. So they should tell everybody that I'm playing it on my station, so they listen to my station, and I'm playing their music on my station, and I'm also telling people I'm playing their music on my station. But it's kind of hard to do when you don't tell me the name of your band. So anyway, I sent the email back to this person. I was not nasty, of course, because calm down, world. Okay, calm down. All right, so anyway, I basically said, yeah, I'm going to listen to your track. But I play independent music on my show every single day from music that is submitted to the station. I mean, and you're making it sound like, most people just ignore it. It's like, well, what's the point of new music at alienxradio.com? For Metallica to send me something? Yeah, they're not sending me anything. Okay? Quite frankly, I wouldn't play it anyway because Lars would take me to court. All right? That's not how it works. So, of course, I'm going to play your music if it's worthy. I'm going to check it out right now live on the air, and you can let me know if I can play it again. But, again, I don't know either the name of your band or the name of the track. All I have is Iron Road to go on. So, what I told them in addition to that was that most radio stations are going to read that, and they're just going to delete your email based on you sounding like they were your boss asking you to file a report that you didn't want to do. First off, I didn't ask you to submit a song. I asked for anybody to submit a song. I left an open avenue for people to do that for free. And you approached it in a way like you were being annoyed or burdened by it. Then don't do it. Just keep promoting yourself on stage in front of people that are already coming to your shows. See how that expands your audience. You want other people to come to your shows? You want other people to buy your albums? Then you need to promote to other people. Yeah. Don't be burdened by it. Okay? Anyway, like I said, Iron Road. You do the research yourself because I can't tell you who it is or if this is the song. It may be one or the other. On the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
I see in your eyes something is not right. Afraid to think I'm right, so confused I am now. I see myself in this longest road, with or without you. I'll go to the end. Free yourself from now on. Don't lose yourself the iron road in front of you, the kids in your soul.
Excuse me, sir. There's been a little problem in the cockpit.
The cockpit? What is it?
It's the little room in the front of the plane where the pilot sits.
Every hero I ever had kept on failing. Walking the walk, talking the talk. What I expected. Soaring with you in my life. You told me we're so beautiful, believable, destructible. Said you did no wrong. Will the world disclose your lies? Your lies. I can see you falling down. I can see you falling down right now. You, the talk show superstar, a great deceiver, blurring my mind with empty words, and me believing you were just a clown. No story to tell, no magical spell, nothing to sell. Your mask is gone. Said you meant no wrong, but now we recognize your lies. Alright, I can see you falling down. I can see you falling down right now. I can see you falling down. You're about to hit the ground right now.
Here's this week's bad movie flashback.
No. Please. No, not that.
Hold on to your seat. Hold on to your date. Hold on to your popcorn.
The ultimate 3D movie is about to blast off. Space Hunter. Adventures in the Forbidden Zone. The first 3D space movie, starring Peter Strauss as Wolf, an intergalactic adventurer, and Molly Ringwald as Nikki.
What the hell are you?
What do you think I am, you scrawny earthbag? I'm a woman!
Together, they must enter the deadly Forbidden Zone and rescue 3 beautiful women from the planet's ultimate evil, the Overdog. I like her.
I'll bet breeding with us would kill him.
I'll take that bet.
Columbia Pictures presents an adventure unlike anything you've ever witnessed before. A whole new dimension in excitement. The ultimate 3D experience. The first movie that puts you in outer space. Space Hunter. Adventures in the Forbidden Zone. In 3D.
The work is done, what to do? You never knew me like I know you. Fixing a hole, filling your void. How does it feel to be one of the boys? Hey, you're dating down. I can see it, they can see it. Hey, I'm breathing now. I'm glad you're out, I don't need you. How does it feel to live like a cloud? Living the dream, look up on a couch. You only had a smile to turn me around. Instead you left me, put me down. You only had a smile to turn me around. Instead you left me, you put me down. Hey, you're dating down. I can see it, they can see it. Hey, I'm breathing now. I'm glad you're out, I don't need you. Hey, I'm living now. Hey, you're dating down. I thought to bring us up. You gave in to bring us down. Now moving on, I've had my fill.
Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
The Shogun of Harlem.
That's right. I am the Shogun of Harlem. I am Alien Stone on the Attack of the Monday Morning Mancast from outer space. Broadcasting live from the other side of Planet Chaos. And folks, I don't know what I'm doing today on today's show. I mean, I got some Just a Few Questions on the way, classic episodes. I have a episode of Who Wants to Be a Smartass ready to go. If anybody wants to participate in said game with new rules, by the way, just like life, every time that you take approach at something, the rules have changed and you don't know about it. That's the way I'm going to do it from now on with that. I'm going to change the rules. So anyway, now a lower score is much better than it was before. So if you're not necessarily a smartass, maybe this will give you a little boost. You know, it's kind of like getting a participation trophy. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be a winner to be a winner. Not anymore. Anyway, folks, this portion of the show being brought to you by Igor's Bobblehead Doll Collection, as well as Igor's new ass testing sticks. That's right, Igor's new ass testing sticks are ideal for shoving up your booty hole if you want to test for things like COVID-19, gonorrhea, glaucoma, or male-pattern baldness. You know what I'm saying? It's really a great product, so go ahead and check it out. It's got the new Easy Glide applicator, and some of them are actually molded and resemble Igor's actual finger. So, folks, I'm just saying that these are some of the great new products from Igor's Lube. Look for and like Igor's Lube on Facebook or at www.igorslube.com. That's igorslube.com. Go ahead and get some more music for your Vajir holes right now. I know I'm such a funny guy. It's the Creeping Chaos and Funny Guy on the Attack of the Monday Morning Magcast. The Attack of the Monday Morning Magcast from outer space.
Directly into your brain.
And now your weekly sports update with The Prospect.
Hello and welcome to the weekly sports update with The Prospect on Alien X Radio. It's no secret that this year's NCAA tournament for the men and women will be unlike any we've seen since its inception. The entire tournament can change in an instant, which will make bracket changes more complicated. Take Liberty University, for example. The Atlantic Sun School advanced to the conference finals after beating Stetson in the semis, and their opponent, North Alabama, are a team that made the transition from Division II to Division I, which makes them ineligible for the tournament for 4 years, giving the Flames an automatic bid to the dance. Another team making an automatic advancement is Drake, who is currently on the bubble like I mentioned last week. The Bulldogs are set to face Northern Iowa in the Missouri Valley Conference quarterfinal, but the game was canceled due to positive COVID-19 tests from the Panthers, giving Drake the automatic advancement into the tournament. They will face Missouri State in the semifinals. Now, this is the second time a conference tournament was altered, as Holy Cross was forced to exit the Patriot League tourney, giving Loyola Maryland the advancement. As it stands, Seton Hall, St. Louis, Utah State, and Duke are the first 4 out, while Michigan State, Colorado State, Xavier, and Boise State are the last 4 in. So there's a lot of schools looking to make a huge push and have a little luck on their side to make it to the big dance. Kansas University has a huge problem on their hands in their football program. The university announced that they have placed Coach Les Miles on administrative leave following an investigation. The announcement made Friday involved incidents made when Miles was a coach at LSU back in 2013. In the report, Miles was accused of inappropriate behavior towards female students, including but not limited to kissing one of them off campus. There was also reported messages exchanged through Facebook and text message between him and the aforementioned student. According to reports made by an independent law firm, the school failed miserably in reporting the issue, resulting in athletic director Joe Oliva suggesting that Miles be terminated because of it. The 67-year-old coach is in the middle of a 5-year agreement with Kansas and was 3-18 in the 2 years since his hiring. Maybe it's time for the assistant coach to step in while the university sorts this thing out. Well, tune in next week for more sports. For Alien X Radio, I'm the Prospect. Say until next time, Prospect out.
With the weather quickly changing, it might be a good time to have your furnace or air conditioner checked out by a professional.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cool. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Oh, honey, what a wonderful surprise. A dozen roses and chocolates, a candlelit dinner, and now champagne and strawberries by the fire. You're so romantic.
What do you say we get a little closer?
Igor? That's right, Igor here with the final ingredient for love.
Igor's lube?
Nothing gets things moving and grooving like my lube, and it prevents chafing.
Thanks, Igor.
And don't forget, Igor's lube now comes in cherry, mint, and salmon flavor.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
Broadcasting from the dark side of the moon. Alien X Radio.
Resistance is futile.
Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your Vajir holes. You got something to say? Don't be a bitch. Call into the show at 313-444-8919. You have been beamed aboard and are now inside the mothership for the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
All right, everybody. We are now officially in the second half of the attack. You didn't even feel that turn, did you? That's the inertia cancelers here on the mothership. They are second to none, installed by the fine men and women at Jupiter Station. That's right. The gravitational plates are gravitating. The inertia canceller is canceling, and the deflector array is still wearing its mask, even though there's more people in the restaurant now. Wow! It's exciting, right? Exciting. We went to a restaurant just the other day. Just want to point this out real quick. Went to a restaurant the other day. You know they have the capacity down, right? It's come up a little bit in Michigan, by the way. I think it's up to 50% now. Was it 25% now? We can have 50% of the people in the restaurant. So what they were doing before is they went around and they skipped tables and they put an X on certain tables, saying you can't sit at this one, you can't sit at this one, you can't sit at this one, for two reasons. One, they eliminated the 75% of the seats that you couldn't use, so when all of the non-X seats were taken, then you're at capacity. The other reason is that it put empty tables in between the tables, which then gave you the social distancing so that once you sat down and took your mask off, you weren't breathing onto someone's neck. You know what I'm saying? So we go to a restaurant the other day, now they're up to 50%, right? So this restaurant didn't do it that way. Instead, what they did is they took the entire 50% of people and they jammed them all right on top of each other in one little area and shut down the rest of the dining room. There is absolutely no common sense being applied to this pandemic whatsoever that I can see. Like none. Anyway, folks, since there's no common sense in the world anyway, let's go ahead and do something else that's completely ridiculous. It makes no sense. It's a thing called Just a Few Questions. And, a couple of weeks ago, I did what was it, a couple of weeks ago? Or this was the replay of it. I don't know. Everything blends together. Anyway, the Just a Few Questions, I said, well, what happens if your cell phone service is crappy? You know, I thought about that. You know, well, who could you team up with to ensure that you could create a company that would be able to deliver everything everybody needs in a cell phone? And I thought, well, of course, my first thought was Satan, right? So this is what happens when you reach out and fork somebody on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space and Just a Few Questions.
It's time to answer just a few questions.
All right, folks, it is once again that time. It is time to answer just a few questions. It's where I think I said it pretty good earlier, where I put you all in a boat and I send you out into a sea of mental diarrhea and I have you attacked by sea creatures. Is that... How does that sound? Does that sound about right there?
It seems pretty much it. left at the mercy of the Kraken.
That's right. And that Kraken just happens to be an ass Kraken.
Tentacles and all.
Tentacles and all, man. You never know what's going to happen. So, I put you in strange circumstances, strange situations, and I make you squirm your way out by answering just a few questions. Are you ready, sir?
No. I'd be lying if I said yes.
I'm glad that you said that, because there is no way to prepare. You know, like Jeopardy, you could like go to the library and you can check out a bunch of, you know, really, really good literature, you know, and some history books and geography, and you can learn all these facts and, you know, things, and you can go on to Jeopardy and be prepared, you know, but there's just no way to be prepared for whatever drips out of my ears. You know what I mean? You can't prepare for it. So, folks, Sir Martin of Mad will be answering just a few questions, and we're getting underway right now with...
Question number one.
Question number one. Question number one. You have been having trouble with your cell phone for months now. Spotty service, dropped calls, extra charges and fees, as well as software errors. Your cellular provider has promised you a great signal with clear calls and unlimited high-speed data, but you just don't see it being delivered. So, after months of battling with billing and technical support teams, you have decided to do something a bit drastic. So, you head down to your secret dungeon library and begin searching through your ancient books and scrolls of spells, dark magic, and alchemy for a solution. As a result, you have made a deal with the devil and will now be launching an all-new cellular phone company. While you oversee the day-to-day operations, Satan will maintain a controlling 51% interest in the company. Since your service will be powered by hell, you will not have a need for cell towers. The magnetic fields generated by the Earth, along with underground lava tubes, will carry your all-new crystal clear and lightning-fast 666G signal, giving you 100% planetary coverage.
Ingenious. Ingenious.
Okay, so that's what's going to happen. Now, we have our partner, Satan. We have our platform, the underground lava tubes. Now all we need is a name, service plans, and products. Let's start with the name. What are you going to call this company? A, Satan Cellular. So awesome, it's evil. B, Hellular Communications. It's wicked wireless. C, Fire Wireless, the hottest cell service. Or, and I'm sorry, I hate to be partial on this one, but I like this one. D, Pitchfork. Reach out and fork someone. So, sir, what are you going to call your company? Is it going to be Satan Cellular? So awesome it's evil? Hellular Communications, it's wicked wireless. Fire Wireless, the hottest cell service. Or Pitchfork, reach out and fork someone. You also always have a make up your own answer, too. So if you want to make up your own, you go ahead.
I'm going to go with A. I'm going to go with A.
Satan Cellular, so awesome it's evil.
Yes.
All right. Whew. Getting the chills just thinking about it, man. Okay. So, what service plan will you offer as your default? You know, there's lots of different plans you can get on when you're getting a service plan for your cell phone service. So, which one is going to be your default? These are all the plans. Which one is your default? A, $6.66 per month for talk and text with no data. It's just talk and text. $6.66 a month. B, $66.60 per month for talk, text, plus 1 gigabyte of data per month. Or C, $666 per year for talk and text, plus 10 gigabytes of data per month. Or D, your soul for the unlimited talk, text, data, and complimentary pro memberships with Yoohoo, Netflix, Disney Plus, and Pornhub. And go.
It's got to be D. It's got to be the ender. It's got to be the last one. Sell your soul and you'll be given everything you'll ever need.
And see, it's very smart for Satan to make this the default. That way, if you don't opt out of it, you've automatically sold him your soul. Ha, 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 ha. See how he works? That devil, I'm telling you what, something's evil about him. I don't know what it is. Your bonus question is, what would your device protection what would your device protection plan be? A, every repair will cost you a finger or a toe. B, a loved one from heaven will have to wait in hell during the repair until the repair is complete. And they will be told that they're waiting there because of you. Or other. So you got a loved one that's just kicking back in heaven, enjoying heaven, earned every moment of paradise for eternity, and then all of a sudden gets sucked down into hell and has to sit there while they fix the screen on your cracked phone.
Well, you know, life is a gamble, so I will go with B.
You're going to go with B. So you're going to put all your loved ones on the chopping block to go down to hell in the waiting room.
Absolutely.
Satan's waiting room.
Life and death has consequences, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is one of them.
All right. And that brings us to...
Question number 2.
Question number 2. Now we are ready to develop the device. We need it to include all of the great features you find on iPhones and Galaxy phones, but at the same time, introduce new and exclusive features to persuade people to switch from their current provider to your company. First, you will need to rename a few popular apps to avoid copyright issues. So, first, I'm going to name off 4 popular things that will be on a phone that you're going to have to rename. I'm going to give you 2 choices of names. You can also always make up your own. So, navigation, you're going to have to rename the navigation app. Are you going to call it Get There? Or are you going to call it Where's There? Or other? Get There or Where's There?
I like parodying things. I'm going to go with other. I'm going to go Get Lost.
Get Lost. It intentionally gives you the wrong directions.
That's correct, yes.
So you end up in hell. See, Satan is thinking. See? Satan is always thinking, even if he's thinking through you, Martin. See? Now.
That's it. You have a connection. You have a love-hate relationship.
That's right. There's no up without a down, right?
That's right.
There's no Martin without Satan. I'm saying there's 2 halves. So, Messenger has to be renamed so you don't get sued. Are you going to call it Yak Chat or the Summoning Center?
It's got to be Summoning Center.
The Summoning Center. All right. And your gallery, and it seems like that wouldn't be a copywritten thing, but yeah, gallery. Can't call it gallery. You have to call it something else. So, are you going to call it the Vault of the Visual Arts or the Spank Bank? Guess it depends on how you use it, huh? Or what's in there.
That's it. We'll go with Spank Bank.
The Spank Bank. All right. And you have to replace, obviously, this is something different depending on what device you have. So you're going to be replacing Siri, Bixby, or Alexa with either Beelzebub or Lucy.
Oh, it's got to be Lucy.
It's got to be Lucy.
It's got to be Lucy.
Of course, short for Lucifer. So, Lucy. All right, so software's all set now. You got the software all set. So you have the Get Lost navigational system, the Summoning Center for messaging your friends, the Spank Bank to keep all your pictures and everything, and Lucy will be helping you out when you need to use all of these items. So your software's all set. Now on to the rest of the specifications of the device. So you got to put in like a hard drive on the phone. So here's your choices of hard drive. And since you're not going to call them you're not going to call these hard drives what other companies call their hard drives, So yours are either A, 100 nude photo hard drive, B, the 100-hour porn video hard drive, C, the $100 crap hard drive on back order from China, or, here we go, D, Igor's high-capacity lube-cooled magnetic component suspension drive. None of the moving parts are attached by hardware. Instead, they are magnetically suspended and held in place with a thin layer of Igor's lube producing zero drag and zero friction.
Yes, that one.
That one. So, once again, another product has been born from just a few questions. That would be Igor's high-capacity lube-cooled magnetic component suspension drive. All right, so now that you will debut a line of devices, what will they be called? There is the iPhone, there is the Galaxy, there's the Note, and so on. You will not use any of these phones on your network. You will only offer the new and exclusive line of phones that you are producing yourself. So, what will you call them? You will need a few different choices, styles, colors, and features, upgrades, to keep your customers buying new phones all the time. Here are some ideas. So you're gonna try to figure out what exactly I'm trying to ask you on this. Oh yeah, what you're gonna call each of these phones. So the level 1 phone is gonna be a flip phone, no data, no video, and it's a 3G phone. Are you gonna call it either your dad's phone or the bird?
It sounds like it needs to be buried, so the bird.
The bird. So your flip phone is called the bird. So you're going to flip the bird. Very good. Okay. So your level 2 phone is it has a sliding keyboard on it. It has very slow data, low resolution video. It's a 4G phone. Are you going to call it not your dad's phone or the side chick?
Call it the side chick.
The side chick. Right. That will avoid the copyright infringement right there. A little change there. Just a little bit. Fool y'all. Level 3, full screen, high speed data, high definition video. It's a 5G phone. Are you going to call it the Pit or the Black Wing?
Ooh. Nice. Probably the Black Wing.
The Black Wing. Because after all,
kick ass.
It is Satan. Hell and all this. So, finally, level 666. It's a virtual. How do I say this? It's a made-up word. It's a virtual real display. Get it? Virtual real display.
Yeah,
That means it comes with quantum data, mega depth 3D holographic video, and it's the 66G phone. The 666G phone. Now, are you gonna call it the Hell Dog as the 32 gig, or the Hell Dog Plus with the 64 gig, or are you going to call it the Brimstone with the 32 gig, or the Brimstone Plus with the 64 gig?
Oh, Brimstone Plus with the Raging Hellfire Pro 666 speed processor.
That's right. Okay, so you got the Brimstone Plus 64 gig, 666 gig processing, badass phone.
Yes.
Nice. All right, and that brings us to
question number 3.
Question number 3. Question number 3. All right. Just like in any other business, billing is a giant headache that no one wants to deal with. Most companies put in place a series of fees and penalties for late and non-payments. A customer may receive an email or text message letting them know that they're late. Then a reminder. Then a late charge will be added to... let me back up again. Are late, then a reminder... Then a late charge will be added to that late payment and then added to the next payment along with another reminder. This is all going to be a nightmare. The customer is always right. They are never wrong, right? Even when they are wrong, and sometimes it's their fault, they will spin off and try to make it look like it's your fault to avoid the billing fees. Your partner, Satan, is not down with this process. He wants to implement a few of his own ideas to avoid billing headaches. What ones do you like, and what may be some issues with these ideas? Number one idea that he has is, if not paid on time, all service will automatically be suspended at 12 midnight on the due date. Period. There's no grace period. There's no, we're not going to let you pay it later. If it's not paid by that due date, it shuts off until it's paid. Now, the issues with that is, A, now you need a team to collect late payments and reactivate suspended accounts. Or B, Customers will call customer service all pissed off thinking that their service is just messed up when in reality they just can't pay their freaking bill on time. So which do you think would be the biggest problem? Having to still collect the money and turn on the accounts again, or dealing with everybody calling saying their stuff is broken and then still telling them that they have to pay their bill?
I think it's going to be B, isn't it?
It's like you get everything thrown in your face with that, right?
Yeah.
That's why customer service employees are put in place to protect the manager. They don't talk to customers. That's their job. So, the second idea that he had was customers will experience an itchy crotch until payments are paid in full. Period. Okay? You know what I'm saying?
No, dear.
Okay? So, they will spend now here's the two problems that they might have with this. A, they will spend their cell phone money at urgent care. Or B, some of your customers already have itchy crotches for various reasons and might not notice or make the connection.
It's going to be B.
B. You never know, man. You never know. They might be used to digging and scratching down there all the time. Who knows? And his last idea was this. Since Satan is your partner, he can have underworldly things written into the contracts, like supernatural clauses or consequential curses. You like that? You like those words? Yeah, supernatural clauses and consequential curses. What one do you like? A firm letter will be sent in an email and regular mail to both you and all credit reporting agencies, automatically containing a few inaccuracies that won't be able to be disputed. Or B, a portal to hell will open underneath the feet of customers guilty of late payment and fall directly into Igor's used fluid room for a 30-day headstand detention session. If payments can be caught up at the end of this time, the customer will be returned to Earth. If not, they will remain in the used fluid room for eternity.
Beautiful, beautiful. I will go with that one.
You know that one. So if they don't pay, at midnight comes up on that day, this little door opens up underneath them and they just drop straight into the used fluid room. The big demon tells them, he hands them a snorkel and says, get on your head. And you're there for 30 days. No matter, even if you pull out the money right there, you're there for 30 days. That's your payment. That's your punishment. At the end of 30 days, we will bring you up out of the fluid, and then you can pay us and catch us all up. And if you don't, back on your head for eternity.
That's it. And because they've been in there for 30 days, they won't have the cash there because they've been in hell. So it'll be a repeat process.
That's right. You'll be down there going, is this a raisin? No, that's not a raisin. Oh, my God. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, now I got to do some weird stuff here because I got to look at the screen to do this. So, that brings us to lightning strikes. Is this going to work at all? No, I'm going to have to keep going back and forth on this. This is going to suck. It's going to suck, man. All right, so. Yeah, I got to keep going back and forth. What would you rather have pressed up against the side of your face? A 5G phone or a G-string?
It all depends where the G-string is being, but off the normal circumstances, the G-string would be better.
I'm giving you the lightning flashes because yes! In normal circumstances, yes, and also depending on where both have been. Very good. Next one. Talk to text or type?
Oh, wow. Wow. Preference would be type because there's just so much goes wrong with talk to text.
You forgot. There is no right or wrong answer. You just have to agree with me. And you certainly know that all I do is talk to text.
To text. And that's why I would rather type.
Next one. Type to correct the talk to text errors or keep screaming into the phone until it finally types the words you're saying.
Now I know this from experience, so it's going to be scream at the phone until he actually types what he's trying to say.
That's right. That's right. I said bitch. I didn't say beach. I said bitch.
And I know that's a fact. That's exactly what happens.
All right. So, automatic payments, keep a watchful eye on the billing department, or both?
Both.
Correct. Whenever you set up automatic payments, never go paperless. Keep the bills coming to your house so that you can still see them and remind yourself every single time. You got to keep your eye on those bastards. I'm just saying. What's worse? You're talking to a blind date on the phone for the very first time. You try to say, I love seafood, but your call drops right before seafood. And your blind date texts you back with, I love you too. Or you call your girlfriend and start telling her that you'll be late to the hotel, but then realize that your phone actually called your wife instead.
Oh, wow. A?
A would be worse?
Oh no, B would be worse.
Yeah, I was going to say, because you could always just ghost her now. You know what I'm saying? But your wife now, oh my God, you're going to die.
That's a one-way ticket to hell.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so that one was different. I had to correct you. So, number next one is translation of we are going to have to escalate this issue to a tier 2 technician. Okay, so now this is what you heard on customer service. They said to you,
we are going to have to escalate this issue to a tier 2 technician.
Does that mean that your issue is of technological advancement and may require further assessment? Or does it actually mean I have no freaking idea what's going on, so I'm going to pass the buck?
Definitely the second one.
Definitely the second one. It doesn't mean that I understand the problem, but I can't fix it. I know who can. It means I have no idea what you're talking about, sir. Did you try changing the batteries?
Did you switch it off and switch it on again?
You're right. How much time we got? Okay, we still got time. I gotta keep an eye on the clock. True or false? If you put the words regulatory fee after anything on a bill, most people won't notice the extra charge.
Probably. Yeah. True.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, you could probably put butt-itching regulatory fee. And they'd be like, oh, man, I guess that's, it's normal, right? It's probably government regulated and it's got to be on there. I don't understand why, but there it is. We just got to take it, I mean, I scratch my butt free all the time, but, okay. So, phone on your hip or in your pocket?
Usually in your pocket.
I think so too. When it's on your hip, it gets caught on stuff all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
It gets caught on stuff, it gets knocked out of your pocket, it gets banged into things all the time. It's not cool. All right, so leave a voicemail message even though everyone has caller ID, or don't be that old guy.
Don't be that old guy.
Very good, very good.
Hi, this is Jeff. I just thought I'd call you. I want to talk to you, so could you give me a call back? Yeah, I know you see my number there and you know it's Jeff, and it says Jeff. But I thought I would have you hit a couple extra buttons and then listen to this instead of just looking at the number and then calling me.
Yeah, that's it.
This is Jeff. Give me a call. Bye.
Anyway, people think I'm such a dick. I know.
No, it's all true. It's funny.
So,
ironic.
Last one is this new company's phone cases. Remember your new Satan phone company?
Yeah.
Would be made out of A, lava stone, or B, human skin.
Oh, it's got to be human skin.
I'm going to take either one. It's all about preference, right?
That's it. I'll have the Necronomicon cover, please, there, Zayden.
That's right. Lady High Jacket cover. You know what I'm saying? You want it with or without the nipple?
Oh, with.
Of course, you get it with the nipple on the back. That way you don't have to get one of those little things where you stick it on there, those stupid little finger things they got on the back of them now. The nipple would be there instead. You know what I'm saying? You could make it out of elephant foreskin. You know where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah.
Then, of course, you rub it and it turns into a suitcase. Yeah, I get it. And that has been Just a Few Questions.
You know, it's about to start getting pretty hot outside. I think it's time I have a professional check out my air conditioning unit.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
They specialize in light commercial and residential service and installation. They even do hot water tanks.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Just check out this deal.
Complete installation of the iWave R air purifier for only $600. It kills mold, bacteria, and viruses while reducing odors and allergens.
Contact Eric at 313-920-2325. Again, that's Eric at 313-920-2325. Or get a hold of Dave at 248-345-8196. Again, that's Dave at 248-345-8196. Look for him on Facebook at Freedom Heat Cooling. Call today for a free estimate.
Freedom Heating and Cooling.
Me and my lady want to get busy tonight. What do you recommend?
Igor's Lube.
I got my fist stuck in a gravy boat. Any ideas on how I can get it out?
Igor's Lube.
The hinges on my cabinet doors are squeaky. What should I use?
Igor's Lube.
I got dry, flaky elbows.
Igor's Lube.
Okay, but what if I'm being held hostage by a supervillain in an underground lair with a ticking time bomb and only seconds left until detonation? What would save me then, huh?
Igor's Lube.
That's right. Everything is smoother with Igor's Lube.
Igor's Lube. Get some today and get some tomorrow.
I used to be a nice girl. Until Alien Stone took me for a ride in his mothership. Now I'm an intergalactic hottie. Thank you, Alien Stone.
Hi, I'm Barry, owner-operator of Barry's Barometer Barn. Lately, I bet you've been lying awake at night asking yourself, how many barometers do I really need? Well, at Barry's Barometer Barn, we think you need more than one. Otherwise, we're gonna go out of business. Remember, at Barry's Barometer Barn, we don't know the meaning of high-pressure sales. Come on, folks, buy another barometer.
The views and opinions expressed in the following show do not necessarily represent those of this station or its sponsors.
Resistance is futile, but you can struggle if you like. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. You got something to say? Say it, bucko. Call into the show live at 313-444-8919. Again, that number is 313-444-8919.
And it's hour number 3 of the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. I am your host, Alien Stone, all up in your face from outer space, broadcasting directly into your very tender and opened up vajir holes. You know what I'm saying? The first 2 hours have definitely tenderized your brain, and now it's just it's basically just in full submission mode at this point. So hour number 3 just is there's no more pain, there's no more struggle. It's pure programming at this point. Okay? So just relax. It'll be all right. We are already on our way back to planet Earth. We will be beaming you back in time for lunch. Okay? That is if you were on this side of the planet. If you're on the other side of the planet, you'll be back in time for dinner. It's okay. You're not going to go hungry. All right? We fed your brain. We'll get you back in time to feed your belly. All right? Whether that be waffles and popcorn or crumpets and tea. It doesn't really matter, does it? Anyway, folks, hour number 3, all up in your face. And, of course, hour number 3 of The Attack means that you get the replay of the brand spanking new episode of Just a Few Questions. This airs on Sundays. That's right, yesterday. On Sundays during Inside the Mothership, which airs at 12 noon Eastern on this fantastic radio station. And I come up with the most ridiculous questions and put people in the most ridiculous circumstances. And this particular week, I couldn't think of anything weird to have somebody do, so I thought, what is one of the most non-weird things somebody can do? And I'm like, flying a kite? Yes. Alien Stone can even make flying a kite bizarre and strange. That is right. So anyway, that's coming up. Go fly a kite. Just a few questions. And we got music for the Vajira holes. And I don't know, we'll talk about other things besides China's butt testing. I'm sure there's other things. Because that's pretty much everything. I'm looking at online for funny stories and stuff, and everything is the same anymore. It's COVID, butt test. COVID, butt test. You know, I'm just, come on now. Come on. It's making me dizzy. It's making me dizzy. I'm getting vertigo. Segway, Vertigo by North of Never on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
We are the ugly truth. We are the
Carey from Rain, and you're listening to Alien X Radio.
Tied up in my thoughts, these games inside my head. The strings attached are controlling me instead. You can't handle it, just stay inside. Am I okay? Will I make it tonight? Intimidate me no more. Sedate me no more. I've gotta break free. You don't control me. It's a brand new day as I lift up my head. Shine your light down, I'm not the living dead. Won't live in fear, open up the gates. Breathe life into me, I will dominate. So much noise, what am I listening for? Lights flash in my eyes as I pace the floor. I'm not your puppet, this ain't a nightmare. You don't control me, I won't let in fear. Intimidate me no more. Sedate me no more. I've gotta break free. You don't control me. It's a brand new day as I lift up my head. Shine your light down, I'm not the living dead. Won't live in fear, open up the gates. Breathe life into me, I will
show at 313-444-8990.
Everybody, if you got what it takes.
chat room at alienxradio.com. Broadcasting from beyond planet chaos directly into your Vajir holes. It's the attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space.
Come on. Am I the meanest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the prettiest?
Alien Stone.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Alien Stone.
But who am I?
Alien Stone.
Who am I?
Alien Stone.
I can't hear you.
Alien Stone.
Shogun of Harlem.
And once again, it is time for the Punchlines. Punchlines being brought to you by Igor's Lube and his family of products. Look for and like Igor's Lube on Facebook and check them out at www.igorslube.com. Igor's Lube. Nothing is smoother than Igor's Lube, so get some today and get some tomorrow. Also, check it out. Coming soon, Alien X Radio presents Igor's bobblehead chess set. We will send you one chess piece, one bobblehead Igor chess piece every other week upon your approval until you complete your Igor's bobblehead chess set. Perhaps you don't want all the pawns, they just get in the way. You can use bottle caps instead. Save a little money. That's Igor's bobblehead chess set from Alien X Radio. Anyway, on the punchlines today, let me pull up. I did find a couple of things here. Some of you who know me over the last few years, I've gone through a little bit of a weight change. I've lost about a total somewhere between 68 and 70 pounds over the course of the last 3 years. That's a significant weight loss. It took me quite a long time to do it, though. I didn't do any kind of crazy diet or anything. You know, I did it nice and slowly. However, could you imagine losing 78 pounds in a matter of minutes? A matter of minutes. And I'm talking about this, okay? Now, if you were a human being, I know you're saying, Alien Stone people have like tumors that have been out of control and they've weighed 100 pounds and they've cut it off. So, yeah, you can lose 100 pounds in a matter of minutes. Okay, I'm not talking about that because that would also be very devastating. Okay, because your body's used to pumping a certain amount of blood. Your body's used to that mass. So, not to mention the surgery itself would be very dangerous and leave you in a recovery mode for quite a long time. I'm talking about, like, you are extremely uncomfortable because you are 78 pounds overweight. All of a sudden, in a matter of minutes, you're 78 pounds later and you feel great. Like you feel great. Well, that happened to somebody in Australia. Well, not somebody. It was a wild Australian sheep, and he got sheared, and 78 pounds of wool came off of the sheep at one sitting. 78 freaking pounds of wool on this wild Australian sheep. I mean, they show a picture of this thing. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. So apparently the entire continent has socks now. I'm just saying. They all have socks. They're good. They're good. If it gets cold, they're good. They've got plenty of warm clothing. Speaking of incredible animals, a Los Angeles man is reunited with his cat who vanished some time ago. What, weeks, months? Try 15 years. 15 years. Now, I got to ask you this question. How do you know it's your cat? How do you know it's your cat? Okay, if it's a microchip, bam, you got me. Touché, you got me. There's no mention of that in the story I'm reading. But then again, covered by different papers, so maybe these people missed it. You know, maybe they're CNN. They don't really worry about the details. But if you had a cat and you lost him and you found him 15 years later, okay, if your cat was 1 when you lost it, you're talking about a 16-year-old cat. Yeah, cats can be 16. We had a cat that we got from our grandmother that was, it lasted in 20-something before that cat passed away. It's rare, but it can happen. But I guarantee you that 15-year-old cat no longer looks or resembles the 1-year-old cat that left your house. So there would have to be some kind of a name tag hanging or a microchip. And this cat is slick. For 15 years, managed to not get caught by anybody. And then all of a sudden found his way. Everybody's like, hey, this is a smart cat. He found his way home. He ain't that damn smart. It took him 15 years. Whoa, were you walking around the block? Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. Meow. Stupid cat. And that has been the punchlines, everybody. Okay? That's not it. That's not it. Okay, anyway, I'm going to put some more music into your Vajir holes because coming up very soon, we've got the replay of just a few questions from yesterday during Inside the Mothership. It is called Go Fly a Kite. That's right, I managed to make flying a kite into a bizarre and strange activity because that's kind of like what I do. It's my thing. In the meantime, for my man, Sir Martin of Mad, who is off doing fabulous things in wonderful places with people who may or may not be clothed. Limberlost is the name of the artist, and Long Shadows is what you cast depending on how you place your light. Just saying. But that's the name of the song, Long Shadows. The Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from Outer Space.
this is Doug Bradley, Pinhead from the Hellraiser movies, and you're listening to Alien X Radio. And you'd better carry on listening to Alien X Radio, or I will tear your soul apart.
To answer just a few questions.
All right, folks, it is that time once again to answer just a few questions. The verbal diarrhea has been all scooped up and mixed together in a big bowl, and I'm serving it up, folks. Serving it up. Okay, we have no idea where I'm going anymore because I've pretty much gone everywhere that you can think, and then a bunch of places that you were like, what were you thinking? So now I got to just start making the mundane and the normal activities abnormal. You know what I mean? I guess that's what I got to do. Are you ready to answer just a few questions, guys?
Ready as I'm going to be.
T-Unit and Martin of Mad on the hook today?
No, I'm not ready. Not ready at all.
You cannot be ready for just a few questions. But here it comes.
Question number 1.
Question number 1. Question number 1. Champions should defend their title. You work hard and put in the time to become the best in a competition. You rise above the rest. The glory is yours.
Sorry, got a little carried away. I'm sorry.
No, that's as soon I was immediately thinking the song. As soon as I said champions should defend their title, I thought that song, and so you provided the soundtrack. Beautiful. The glory is yours, and that's what makes all of that work worth it. So after receiving a letter from the International Institute of Aviation and Architectural Kite Design, you realize that you have a lot of competition this year, as you are the reigning champion. There are kite designers from all over the world looking to unseat last year's champion. That's you.
Kite design.
Kite design. Your tribute to the American military and its fighter jets last year was unmatched in previous years. Although this year, the committee has asked that contestants not include working onboard machine guns with live ammunition. Thanks, but no thanks. So, before you begin... it was part of your design. So, before you begin to design this year's winning kite, let's have a look into your competition. Who do you think will be your biggest problem this year? Okay, here's some of the competition you guys got to go up against. A. Yusuf represents the Iron Fist Maximum Security Penitentiary in Turkey and has devoted almost all of his time to designing kites. Well, at least 25 to life, depending on good behavior, that is. He has no formal education, but reads a lot of books from the prison library cart. He uses recycled materials, but is not allowed to use any sharp cutting tools like scissors, a razor, or a sharpened toothbrush. He also does not speak at all, so Morgan Freeman will narrate for him. B. By the way, I think Morgan Freeman was a second secret weight.
It was a secret weight.
There's a second secret weight for today. B. Ursula Schmidt, an independent contestant from Germany. She is a 350-pound world-famous video game streamer on Twitch. She got into kite design a few years ago after her father told her to get her fat ass off the couch and go outside. So now she live streams herself flying kites designed on her computer while sitting on a park bench instead of killing aliens online in her bedroom on her gaming chair. C. Jeffrey Epstein is a 10-year-old boy representing Clinton Elementary School from an unknown island. You will have to take this kid out early before he gets a chance to share any of his designs. He will definitely not kill himself. Or D. Shigetoshi Tanaka is a retired World War II kamikaze fighter pilot. After failing his mission in 1942, he began, and being seriously wounded, he attended the Japanese Academy of Recreational Flight and Design, specializing in stringed aerial combat. He graduated at the top of his class and was voted most likely to roast marshmallows over the burning bodies of his enemies. While Mad Martin catches his breath,
So who's going to be the worst enemy?
who do you think is your biggest problem here?
I definitely don't think it's going to be A. I definitely don't think it's going to be B.
Oh my god! Now I have to step in here because Stone sent me a message and he actually said that. So I said a little bit of that. My god, the elaboration is insane. You are a comedy genius.
I merely asked him, I said, if you were in a kite flying contest, who do you think would be a big problem for you? And he said a retired World War II kamikaze pilot.
Who said that?
Mad Martin.
All right, so I know who.
So I went with that.
I'm going with the Epstein.
You're going with Epstein. Little 10-year-old Jeffrey Epstein from Clinton Elementary School on an unknown island.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to take him out early because he definitely will not kill himself.
No, he won't kill himself.
No.
Definitely wouldn't kill himself.
Okay, so that's D unit. Mad Martin, which one are you going to pick?
I think we already know the answer to this one.
Are you going to go with Shigetoshi Tanaka?
I will be.
Translated, that means that's exactly what it means. Literally translated.
Wow.
All right. There are no wild card answers on that. There is no bonus question for that one. Bringing us to
Question number 2.
Question number 2.
Oh, I think I'm having a heart attack. Oh, dear.
Oh, wow, dude. Clear. Clear.
Here, let me just shove a fork into a plug socket. We'll be back in a second. Hang on a minute. Oh, I've got a phone charger. Let's just put my tongue on the end of that. That'll help. Wow.
So, question number 2 is, with the absence of sports during the pandemic, it would appear that people have a deep-rooted need for sporting events and the hype surrounding them. People began to watch all kinds of weird sports and even classic games from years past just to feed the need. Now, as a result, this hype is being applied to all sports. You arrive at the park where the International Institute of Aviation and Architectural Kite Design competition is held each year to find it transformed. It is no longer the family picnic style event of past years. It is now a loud, hyped up monster truck wrestling type event. Each contestant has a costume and a persona. There are announcers, pyrotechnics, food vendors, and merch tents. One thing you notice right away is that many of the other contestants have kite groupies. They are holding up signs and wearing t-shirts supporting their idolized kite master. First, real quick, can you match up the kite groupies with the kite masters? So, I've got 5 kite masters here. We got Yusuf, Ursula, Jeffrey, Shigetoshi, and you. Okay? Now, these are the groupies that you see, and you got to tell me which people they're groupies for. The first group of groupies are wearing t-shirts with pictures of baby trees on them. Who do you think? Actually, I'm going to give all these to you first. The first group they're wearing shirts with pictures of baby trees on them. The second group are all wearing nooses for necklaces. The next group are all wearing orange jumpsuits. The next group are all wearing 5 extra large t-shirts that say Fat Nazi Kite Flyers. And 5 says, your only friend willing to come to a kite competition. So that's what they're wearing. So Yusuf, Ursula, Jeffrey, Shigetoshi, or you, shirts with pictures of baby trees. Who would they be there to support?
Martin, you want to grab it?
Oh, cheers, mate.
Remember all those people and what they are and
What was Ursula again?
Ursula was the 350-pound gamer from Germany.
Okay, and then who was it? I know who Epstein was, and who was the other one?
Shigetoshi is the.
No, I know who he is.
Yeah, Yusuf is the prisoner.
Okay.
And then there's you. Okay. So shirts with pictures of baby trees. Who do they represent?
Baby trees.
Mm-hmm. This was complicated for you. I'll give you a hint. Miyagi.
Oh, right, bonsais.
So that's going to be the Japanese.
That's going to be the
Shigetoshi.
Shigetoshi.
Right, because he's gonna yell bonsai, which means also bonsai, which is baby trees.
Baby trees.
Ah, see.
Okay.
Who will be wearing necklaces that look like nooses?
That would be Epstein's.
Go on, D.
That would be Epstein's.
Yeah, that would be the Epsteiners. Yeah. Who's wearing all the orange jumpsuits in the group?
That'll be fans of Yusuf.
Yeah.
Fans of Yusuf, right? Either that or they're prisoners that have been sent there to clean up the lot.
Right. That's true.
And who's wearing the 5 extra large T-shirt that says "Fat Nazi Kite Flyers"?
Ursula.
That would be Ursula. That's what you're saying, Ursula? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then that leaves you.
Yup.
And your fan is there wearing a T-shirt that says, "Only friend willing to come to a kite competition."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's us.
That's realistic right there.
That is so realistic. And he had to pay me. It should be on the back of it.
Right, and he had to pay me. And buy me the shirt and food at the vendor and brought me here in his car.
And flip the bill.
That's right.
No typecasting involved at all under any set of circumstances, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
So far, both of you are on the same page through question number 2 so far.
Yes.
All right. So let's finish the second half of question number 2.
Oh, there's a second?
Yeah.
Oh.
And now match up the announcer's intro to the Kite Masters.
God.
Okay, remember there's an announcer now. So like before he comes out, it's like a wrestling match now. The announcer goes, "Welcome to the kite flying competition." You know, and he's going to say who's coming to the stage and the flames are shooting up and stuff. So you got to tell me which one of these people, these 5 people, are coming to the stage when the announcer says, "He does the craziest things while the babysitters are sleeping. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I give you blank."
While the babysitters are sleeping.
He does the craziest things when the babysitters are sleeping.
That would be Epstein.
Do you concur, Mad Martin?
I don't think I've got an option, really. I feel like I'm held hostage.
You kind of got to go along with it. But yeah, it would be Jeffrey. The babysitters were the cops that were watching him, and they fell asleep, and he does the craziest things when they fall asleep.
Yeah, they're very arrestable things.
Here, the announcer is going to bring the next person to the stage. Who is coming up to the stage? He can only do it once, folks. So let's hope he never succeeds. Please welcome blank.
That's going to be Kamikaze Geezer.
Exactly. Shigetoshi Tanaka. Because a kamikaze pilot can only be successful once. Kind of like, was it Daffy Duck? Remember when he did that one thing? Yeah.
Yep.
That was a great performance. I can only do it once. All right. So, here comes the announcer again, bringing the next person to stage. Who's this? Straight off the chain and sharp as an ass razor, the king of in-kite carnation. Let me say that again. In-kite in-kite carceration. That's a hard word because it's not real. I had to make that up.
That's going to be. I'm going to nominate
You're going to nominate
prisoner for that one.
The prisoner? So you're saying that it's straight off the chain and sharp as an ass razor, the king of in-kite carceration, Yusuf. All right. And the next one coming to stage, ladies and gentlemen, Blitzkrieg Banshee 553 is hungry and ready to rumble. Put your hands in the air for
Ursula.
D-Unit.
Oh! You get to make up one answer.
Sorry, Dave. I couldn't resist.
And you say Ursula. Okay.
That hurt my feelings.
I am a a-hole.
This guy, okay.
And finally, he's got the kite stuff. He will never give up the kite. Here is your kite in shining armor, folks. The one and only blank.
D-Unit.
D-Unit.
Representing for the kite flyers all across the world.
That's right. And Ned Martin.
I think this is the last one, so it's the last kite flyer on the deck, so it's going to be the obvious, I suppose.
Ah, see, he forgot that he's the last person.
No, I was building up to it. It's a British thing.
Oh, okay. those Brits.
Goddamn Brits.
I'm telling you what, man. All right, so that allows us now to move forward to question number
three.
Question number three. Along with the new hype, the new show, and the new flair being brought to the world of constructed recreational aviary sports, there is of course a bunch of new rules and regulations to go along with it. For instance, you may not construct a kite that uses rocket fuel or booster rockets. You may not use strobing lights, as they may cause epileptic seizures. Given the state of the world today, what do you think might be some of the new rules and regulations?
Oh, Jesus.
A, if your kite does not consist of all colors of the rainbow, then it must be clear as not to give superiority to any one color. B, the title of your kite cannot contain the terms Mr., Mrs., Uncle, Aunt, Boy, Girl, Mother, Father, Sister, Brother, Grandmother, Grandfather, White, Black, Red, Yellow, Brown, Snowflake, Patriot, Right, Left, Deplorable, or American. C, disqualifying offenses will include distasteful social media posts that were found to have been posted over 10 years ago, or baseless accusations without any evidence.
I know where that's going.
I heard that one too.
And D, since in this particular sport, gender actually doesn't matter, it will be divided up into 37 separate gender categories. There is a wild card answer, and the unit. What saith you?
I can picture all of them. I'm going with the wild card on this.
You're going to go with the wild card?
Because the other ones were so great, I'm going to go with the wild card.
All right. Martin of Bag.
I'm going to go with something that's very close to my heart. It's happened to me very, very recently.
Okay.
Which I do believe is C, which is something that's gone back years.
Yeah. Disqualifying offenses include distasteful social media posts from years ago and unrelated, baseless accusations without evidence.
Okay. Exactly.
All right. Now, the wild card answer that the unit chose was all of the above because the world is doomed.
See?
Check.
I was good.
Exactly right.
Wild card answer was going to be my make up the own answer. All of them.
Well, I was actually expecting no potato.
No potato.
Oh, man.
Bonus question. Why will this event not be televised? In the state of the world that we're in today, why will this event not be televised? Martin of Mad.
Because of the previous, the wild card answer of the previous question.
Because we're all doomed.
Because we're all doomed.
Because of all of the above. Because of all those reasons. Why will it not be televised?
Because nobody cares about kite flying.
The answer I had put down, why will this not be televised, is it's offensive and unfair to people who don't have televisions.
That too.
That's so offensive. I don't have a TV. I can't watch them. That's not fair. You have a TV. You shouldn't be allowed to watch TV unless I have a TV. Shut up.
Speak when you're spoken to.
Bonus question number 2.
Bonus question number 2?
Bonus question number 2.
He has a hard time coming with lightning strikes, but he comes up with 2 bonus questions.
That's right. Some of your opponents have been disqualified.
Uh-oh.
Why? I'm going to give you your opponents that have been disqualified, and you have to tell me why they've been disqualified. Yusuf was disqualified. Why? A, use of non-sanctioned string, or...
The secret void.
Right. Or B, doping in possession of contraband.
A.
You say use of non-sanctioned string.
Non-sanctioned.
Yes.
You say the non-sanctioned string also?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Okay, because it was probably all attached to anal beads or something. Also doubles as dental floss.
Remember to wash it.
Jeffrey has been disqualified. Why has he been disqualified? A, he killed himself, or B, he did not kill himself.
B.
B, you say. He did not kill himself.
B?
B. Very good. You guys do good. Okay, we're not even into lightning strikes, and you're already being... Here, let me give you one. Just here. Give you a little... Shigetoshi Tanaka has been disqualified. Why has he been disqualified? A, his nurse took him back for a nap. Or B, he crashed his kite into Ursula, killing her.
He crashed his kite into Ursula, killing her.
That's what D-Unit said. Mad Martin, what do you say?
A, because of B. Sorry, B because of A.
Okay, so he crashed into her, killing her, and then the nurse said, nope, you gotta go take a nap now.
he fell asleep at the wheel.
Hey, Miss Crabtree, can you go and put the kamikaze pilot away? Thanks.
Your Honor.
Ursula has been disqualified. Why has Ursula been disqualified? A, she ate all of the food at the vendors completely out of stock. Or B, she got killed by a kamikaze kite airstrike.
It's gonna be B.
Both.
I like that. That's why she couldn't get away from the kamikaze airstrike. She was so bloated from all of the sausage that she could not... Sausage! All right, so that brings us to... lightning strikes. I know, man. I not only have a first class seat on my trip to hell, but I've got a suite booked with everything, all the amenities, everything. I've even got a job waiting for me. Okay.
Don't worry, we're coming with you. It's fine.
I need a staff. They said that I would have to put together a staff. So anyway, lightning strikes. What would the tail on Yusuf's kite be made out of? Toilet paper or the torn out ponytail of his last cellmate?
Even. Or a combination of the two.
I'm going with the ponytail.
I'm going to keep the ponytail of his last cellmate. Or a combination of both. Because I can picture a nice little bow being tied in it with the toilet paper. You know, it's got to be decorative. 2. On Jeffrey's kite, what would the string be? Fishing line or a hangman's noose?
Hangman.
Oh, wow. Oh, you're killing me. Hangman.
Hangman's noose.
All right. Number 3. In your best Mr. Miyagi voice, shout what Shigetoshi shouted right before slamming his kite into the top of Ursula's head. Was it no more sausage or Bunjay? I'm not letting you get away with just laughing this time, Mad Martin. You have to answer.
Yeah, it's gonna be bonsai. Even though I do believe.
I'm sorry. How did you say that?
He didn't.
Bonsai. There you go. That's right. Close enough.
If do right, no can be found.
Oh dear, I'm going to be shot.
Number 4. According to the backstory you never got, was Ursula's dad an abusive father or the legendary polka king Nick Louis Yankovic?
Oh, Poker King.
You say it's the Poker King?
Yeah.
So, according to the backstory you never got, was Ursula's dad an abusive father or the legendary Poker King Nick Louis Yankovic?
I'm going with abused a lot.
You're going with the abused father. Well, Mad Martin? And David? He told his fat-ass daughter to get off the couch and go outside. That's abusive. And the legendary Poker King Nick Louis Yankovic is actually Weird Al's dad. Not Ursula's dad. See, we know. Well, we don't know. The test is inconclusive. We still need to do a test. Not a butt test, though. But although Igor's ass testing strips it does actually test for that, too. Number 5. Slip knots or square knots?
Slip knots.
Martin?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Slipknot.
Slipknots. The answer is it depends on whether or not you're trying to kill yourself or get suicided.
Clinton.com.
Number 6. Has Alien Stone ever made a kite out of sticks and newspaper?
I'm going to say yes.
I'm going to say yes.
Of course I have. That's a project a lot of kids make. Number 7. Will anybody under the age of 25 even know what a newspaper is?
Probably not.
The answer is most likely not. Number 8. What is the origin of the phrase, go fly a kite? Is it was to make someone go away for a while, or it was to get them to look up for a throat punch?
Get them to look up for a throat punch.
What do you say, Bad Martin?
Depends who you're talking to, really, and what's going on at the time. So a little bit of A, a little bit of B.
The answer actually was it was to make someone go away for a while, but the correct answer was a little bit of A and a little bit of B. Because some people, the throat punch is very appropriate. Oh, yes. Number 9. Who might get mad at you if they miss... Wait, let's start over again. Who might get mad at you if they mishear you when you say work? Let me start over again. I got so many misspelled words in there, I'm actually reading what it says, and that's not what it's supposed to say. Who might get mad at you if they hear you... Who might get mad at you if they mishear you when you say the word kite?
Oh.
A librarian or a lesbian? Who might get mad at you if they mishear you pronounce the word kite? Librarian or lesbian?
Librarian.
A librarian, you say?
Yeah, I'll say librarian because I don't know.
There's a very derogatory term for a lesbian that kind of rhymes with kite. Kind of close there, and they would be very, very upset with you.
Nah, not known over here, sir. Not known, not that I know of.
No.
Well, have you ever heard of putting your finger in one? That's a different kind. That's a different definition of the word. Anyway, finally, if a lesbian is pissed about the word kite, will she be happy about the term box kite?
Probably not.
No.
And the answer is most likely not.
the carpet munchers today. Good job out of you.
Yeah. Hey. Carpet Munchers' lives matter.
Word.
Word. And that has been just a few questions.
All right, folks, it's all the time we've got for this week on the Attack of the Monday Morning Madcast from outer space. Real quick, thank you to everybody who participated in that right there, of course, talking about D-Unit and Sir Martin of Mad. A big thank you to everybody who carries my show. Alien X Radio, Raw Talk Online, UG Media, Lime City Radio, Jay Parker Radio, United Talk Radio, Sword Radio, and the Western Reserve Digital Radio Network. 920 WOM The Apple, 24.7 The Stream, 97.1 KGSP FM Get Smashed Radio. That's in Seattle, Washington, don't you know? IRN Internet Radio Network, WRFN 1025, WRPR Rat Pack Radio, and then we've got United Sounds Choice, Prodcore, Pure Rock, Good Talk Radio, Mile High Radio, and K89. Until next time, this is Alien Stone saying, keep it freaky, yo!